This video will show you how to launch a change of status form in UltiPro. However, prior to launching this form in UltiPro, it is important that you have received approval and had a conversation with your VP or SVP about this change. Once you've received approval, log into UltiPro using your credentials. Once you have logged in, you will go to My Team, My Employees. From this screen, please ensure that you are in the supervisor role. You will search for the employee by last name and select the appropriate employee to launch their record. Once the employee's record is launched, you will click on the Jobs tab, and to the right you will see Things I Can Do. You have two options. The first option is Change Job. This will allow you to do a supervisor change, job title change, cost center change. Change job and salary will allow you to change the employee's rate of pay or pay frequency. We will do both, however, start with change job. Once you launch that, you will see there are required fields. Please ensure that you complete all required fields. For the effective date, you can select a retro date, a current date, or a future date. However, please note that payroll will process this change on the next pay cycle with the appropriate changes. We're going to select Monday the 28th for this example. The change reason will be transfer. We're going to leave this employee's job title the same. However, this is how you would find the new job title and select that if you were changing. We're going to move them to a new supervisor, so we will search for the supervisor by last name. Once you select the new supervisor, please ensure that you select the appropriate cost center associated with that supervisor. Once you verify these are all the changes, you will click Save. This brings you to the Summary and Workflow Approval page. Here you will choose your first approval, which is your HR business partner, so please know who that is. Second, you will choose your finance representative, so please know who that is as well. The comments section allows you to type any justification for this change or any approval conversations that you have had to notate the change. On the bottom of the screen, you can select Show Change Fields just to verify what was before and what you are submitting to ensure that you are making the appropriate changes. In addition, please ensure that you have selected the correct approvers. If you do not select the correct approvers, this will result in a delay of your change of status. Once you have verified all of these changes, you will hit Save, and this will advise the first approver that there is a change of status in their queue ready to be reviewed and approved. Now we will save this. And there will be a pending transaction for this employee in their record. We will review that shortly. The next thing we're going to do is make a job change that has pay changes associated with that. On the right, while we're still in the employee's file, we will select Things I Can Do, Change Job, and Salary. The process is very similar as the initial one. The effective date is very important, so please select the correct effective date of this change. And as a reminder, based on payroll cycles, this change will be processed on the next payroll cycle with the appropriate effective date. The reason for the change, we'll say in this case, it's going to be a promotion. We're going to promote this employee to a account rep. If there is an alternate title, you may type that in here. If there is no supervisor change, you do not need to change this. The cost center change would be changed only if you're changing the employee's supervisor or cost center. Under the payroll section, if the employee is going from semi-monthly to bi-weekly, you would make that change here. If there are any other changes associated, you would make those here. Then select Next. On this screen, you will see the effective date of the change, the reason, the new job, pay group, pay frequency, hours, and currency. This is a summary from the first page, so please ensure that everything you see here is as you entered on the first page. The salary guide is a tool for you to use which will tell you the salary grade minimum, midpoint, and maximum for the new position that you have promoted this employee to, or the current position that they are in and you're just adjusting their salary. You can enter the salary in two different ways: a percent change or a new rate change. Either way, it will calculate their current salary and their new salary. Once you verify this is correct and it's within the appropriate salary grade, you will click on Next. Change Review is a section that does not require any changes. Please skip this section. The summary page will allow you to choose the workflow approvers. Again, it is very important that you know who your HR business partner, your finance partner, and your executive is, so that you do not delay the workflow approval of your change. First, you'll select your HR business partner contact. The second approver will be your finance contact. The third approver is always compensation. The fourth approver is going to be the Chief People Officer. The fifth approver in this case is going to be the CFO. And the sixth approver is going to be, and this will be payroll since there is a pay change. You will list your comments here. It is very important that you write the justification for the change, especially if it's an off-cycle increase or promotion. Please note that, again, the conversation should have happened in advance prior to submitting the change of status in the system to avoid any workflow system delays. On the bottom, you will see your changed fields, what was before, and what you are submitting. Please verify this information before submitting. You will then click Save, and this will launch the COS to the inbox of the first approver, which is your HR business partner. Now let's address the very important question. Where is the COS? What we're going to do is ensure that you are in the employee's file, and you'll see there's a blue box saying there are pending transactions. If you click on this, it will show you all of the pending transactions for this employee. I'm going to open one to show you what that looks like. Here are the request details, and you will see the approver history. Once the change of status form starts to work through the workflow, you'll see dates and times and any comments of the approvers. This will let you know who has approved the change of status, and based on the workflow, who would be next, and that would be the person you would contact to ask them to proceed with your change of status. This is a reminder of what these changes were. If an employee has multiple change of status, all of them will be listed under their record. This is the best way to find out where a particular change of status is for that employee. In addition to this, you will receive notifications in your UltiPro inbox and your Outlook inbox when you launch the COS and when the COS is finally approved. After receiving notification that the change of status has been processed, you can verify this information by going to the employee's Job Summary tab, and these changes will be reflective as active changes on their record. You can also view job history for a status of all the changes associated with this employee. This concludes our video on how to submit a change of status form in UltiPro. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to your HR business partner. Thank you.